Hello everyone, I am Punyakirti BL. Welcome to my Python for Generative AI learning series. In this series, we are focusing on Python basics that will help us to build a strong foundation for implementing generative AI concepts. So, let's dive in and start today's session. Today's topic is iteration and membership in Python list. So, start with introduction. In this video, we will learn how to work with Python lists through iteration and membership checks. We will also discuss some common pitfalls like copying versus referencing lists and why you should avoid modifying lists while looping over them. These are essential concepts for anyone learning Python because lists are one of the most commonly used data structures. Let's start with iterating through a list. When you want to go through every item in a list, you can use a for loop. So why we need this? Let's understand. So I will create a list. This is my list. So IP list is equal to list of IPs I have. I want to print each and list because each of the IP address inside this list. So if I try IP list of 0, this is my first element, I can print that. So I can print each and one element one by one, I can print that one. So when I run like this, so I'm getting 10.01. Now 0 I did, 1 I will do, so 2 elements I can print. But we have only 3 elements here, 3 IP addresses in the IP list. But what happens if I want to have 100 IP addresses in this list data structure? I want to print each one, so 100 times I have to use 0, 1, 2 and all. So what is the disadvantage? I can't print each and every line, right? So to do that, each and every element you want to print inside the list, I can use a for loop. How it will work? Let's see. For loop using IP as a variable in this IP list. So each and every IP address or variable, it will go through and it will load into IP, and when we want to print, it will print automatically. Now see, I am able to see I have a connecting to is a string, but each IP address will be changed from first IP address, second IP address and third IP address. Likewise, we can have 100 variables inside the IP list, 100 values inside the list, we can print through for loop. So the loop goes through list one element at a time. IP takes the value of each element in the list. We use an F string to insert the IP into the message. This is how it is working. Next topic is checking if an item is in a list. Instead of looping to each if an element exists or not, Python provides the in keyword. So I want to check in particular IP address available, whether it is available in our list or not. How to do that? We have a target IP that is 10.0.0.1. So is this IP available in our IP list or not? We can check using if target IP in operator, which helps us to check in the IP list. If it is available, it will print it as IP is available. IP is in the list. Otherwise, we can give another condition, it is not available in the list. So in operator helps us to check. The in operator returns true if the item exists in the list. This is efficient and easy to read. Similarly, you can check if an item is not in the list using not in. How to do that? Let's see. What I will do, I have a prefix is a variable which is assigned with 192, we can call it as an IP. So prefix not in IP list. So if that not in IP list, it will print F no addresses with prefix on. Let's try this. So I am getting this print because in this list we have only these IP address, and when we are trying to do with 192, it is not there. So that's why we got this result. So copying versus referencing list is our next topic. A common mistake is thinking new list is equal to old list. Creates a copy. In reality, it only creates a reference, meaning both variables point to the same data. Oh, how it is? Let's understand how it will work. So what I will do like this. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. I created L1 and I assigned that to L2 to L1. What happens? It is not a copy, just a reference. How it will? See, I created list 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3 list is assigned to which one? L1. Already L1 we created. Now, if I make condition like L1 is equal to L2, it will not create a new copy of this list, but it will reference, what it will do? It will reference to the same list in the same manner like this, L2. So what it will do? L2 also assign to this variable. So if I make any modification in L2, it modifies the L1 list itself. That is, it is referencing, it is not creating list. How to know that one? So what I will do, I will print L1 address, ID of L1. So when I print this one, L1, so it should print L1 address. Next, I will print L2 address. So let's see, L2 address we need to print ID of L2. I will do, then we can see. See, both the addresses are same. So it is not a copy, just a reference. Because of this, what happens when I try to modify L2 of L2 of 0 is equal to 5. So I will print, anyway, I am removing this ID and I am just printing L1. Okay, so before it is like this, and after that I modified only L1. So then also L2 I have value, L2 also I have printed. Now what I will do, L2 of 0 is equal to 5. That means L2 lists 0th element I am replacing with 5. But when I print L1, I will get like this 5. So L1 we printed, L2 we printed. When I try to modify L2's 0th element, it is modify the L1 as well. Because of this, we come to know L1. You can notice how changing L2 also changes L1. The correct way to copy is L3 is equal to L1 dot copy. Let's understand how it will look like. So what I will do, L3 is equal to L1 dot copy. This is the right way to do. Then L3 dot append. So before to do that, so what we will do, we can L3 is equal to L1 we did. So before that, what I will do, print ID of L1. So I am printing the address of L1. Then I will printing address of L3 after creating. So now you can see both are different addresses, 288, 688. So new copy of L3 is created. Now if I append L3 dot append ABC, and if I print L1 and L3, what happens? The values will be changed in L3, not in L1, because L3 is equal to L1 dot copy created a new list, not reference to the same list. So let's start with modifying a list while iterating. It is a pitfall. You should never change a list while looping through it, because it can cause unexpected error. So I can go through this code. So what I am doing here, I have a num list with different values like 1 2 through till 7 numbers. After that, what I am doing, I am going through each and every variable or value inside the list using for loop. N loads each and every value in the nums list. Then if n is less than 5, so what it will do, nums dot remove n, remove function we are doing. So when I do like this, so it removed 2 4 5 6 7, but it is not doing anything. So if n less than 5, it is removed 1, but it is not removed 2, it is not removed 3, only it is removed 1 value like this. Okay, so output is unpredictable. Multiple times if I wrote, it is printed. Why? Because the removal shift elements, so some items are skipped. Correct approach is create a new list to store the elements you want to keep. Okay, so what I have to do, before only we are removing 5. So when I run like this, so 2 4 5 2 3 4 should be removed, but it is skipped because list will be 2 is not removed, 3 only removed, like it is unpredictable. Now to handle, I created a list and created a new list with empty value. So if n greater than is equal to 5, I am appending that to new list dot append of n, that number. So when I print a new list, it is printing 5 6 7, because we have a condition like this. This is the correct way to handle list in a proper way while we handling modify. So recap. Iteration. Use a for loop to go through a list. Membership check. Use in and not in for quick checks. Copy versus reference. Use dot copy to create a real copy of a list. Avoid modifying while iterating. Instead, build a new list. These concepts will help you write cleaner, more reliable Python code when working with lists. In the next session, we will dive into more advanced list operations. Thank you for watching today's session of the Python of Generative AI Learning series. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description. See you in the next session. Thank you very much.